Guys, welcome to this video I talk about the weather. So here we're going to see the concept of weather, the various subtopics we're going to discuss. But today we start with the concept of weather and some of the elements. So let's begin with the concept of weather. Uh, Weather can be defined as the condition of atmosphere which occur at a place at a specific time periods, that is from 1 hour or a day to day. So it is the variation of the atmospheric condition which occurs at a specific short period of time. Now it changes from time to time and from place to place. For example, it maybe raining in the morning and sunny in the afternoon. So it basically changes from very short time. Now the scientific study of weather is what we call the meteorology, and the person who studies weather is called a meteorologist. Let's see the importance of weather. The first one that weather plays a major role in the erosion of surface soil, hence shaping the earth. We've seen that there are a few elements of weather that leads to the weathering, that is the eroding of the surface oil. So inside it results to various shapes on the earth's surface. The second one is that the weather for any given region is important because it has a considerable impact on the water, sunlight, and the temperature of an ecosystem. Thus, the variation in the long-term weather patterns that is forming the climate and the tendencies that result in the certain regions getting more or less water or sunlight than the other areas. Now, these factors are the ones that play important role by the influencing the type of plants and animals that is survive in the area. So basically, I can say weather contributes to the distribution of vegetation and the distribution of uh, living things on the surface of the earth. The third one is that the weather can be used as the basis for the determination of the climate of a given place. So a climate of a given place is obtained or determined through the weather condition that is experienced over a very short periods of time. So the average condition obtained for such short time collected for a long time place or determines the climate of a given place. Other than that, the knowledge of weather and hence climate enables people to carry out their various economic activities depending on the weather and the climatic conditions of their localities. So, for example, people living in cold areas which receive high rainfall can engage in various activities such as maybe daily farming and the growing of crops such as tea, coffee, banana, etc. Let's see the elements of weather. Now, what do we mean when we talk about the elements of weather? This refers to the combination of these natural phenomena that make up the weather. Now, there are several elements that make up the weather and the climate of a place. Now, the weather elements are such as the temperature, pressure, precipitation, wind, humidity, clouds, and sunshine. Now, the study of these elements is what provides the basis for the forecasting weather and the definition of the climate. Starting with the first one, that is the temperature. The temperature basically is how hot or cold the atmosphere is. Usually, it is measured by the thermometer and expressed in degrees on a centigrade or Fahrenheit scale. Now, temperature is a very important factor in determining weather, as it influences or controls other elements of weather such as the precipitation, humidity, clouds, and the sunshine. Now let's see the factors that affect the temperature. Shortly, starting with the first one, that is latitude. We've seen that the temperature decreases at the rate of 0.6 degrees Celsius from every 100 meters increase in the altitude. Now, therefore, temperatures in highlands areas are lower than the temperatures in the lowlands. The second one is altitude. The third one is distance to the ocean or sea. So, if a place is far from the ocean or sea, or is closer or near to the ocean or sea, there will be a variation in temperature. The other one is the orientation of mountain ranges towards prevailing winds or aspects. So The orientation of a mountain range will determine also the variation of the temperature of a given mountainous place. The other one is the ocean currents. The ocean currents determine also the variation of the temperature, whether the temperature to be low or high temperature. Let's see the recording and the reading of the temperature. Now, the maximum and the minimum temperatures which are recorded for the day are what I use to calculate. The first one is that the daily range temperature, which is the difference between the maximum and the minimum temperatures. Also, this maximum and the minimum temperatures recorded in a day are also used to calculate the daily mean temperature, which is the average of maximum and the minimum temperatures that occurred in a day. So that's all. I hope it's clear. So that's shortly about the concept of weather, significances of weather, and the beginning, the first element of weather. We'll talk more of the other elements in our next lectures. Thank you.